So it seems like Pedro Pascal can't get out of his own way. Look, Fantastic Four First Steps comes out in 2 months. And if that movie does not perform well, we might look back at Pedro's comments. We saw in his statements where he was promoting his movie Eddington, and they were asking about what Trump had to say about Bruce Springsteen's, where he said, a pushy, obnoxious jerk on his social media platform called Truth Social. And Pascal was in Canes, and he said, you got to fight back. You can't let them win. You can't let fear overtake you, keep sharing your truth, keep expressing yourself. And probably not the best idea because we saw Tom Cruise get asked a question about politics and he said, I'm not entertaining those questions. That was really smart by Tom Cruise. Pedro Pascal said, you know what? You got to speak your mind. You got to share what you think. And that didn't work out too well for an actress called Rachel Zegler. We saw her say to Trump fans, hey, I don't need your business. I want nothing to do with you. And look what happened to Snow White at the box office. It completely flopped and it was ridiculed. It was destroyed and made no money for Disney. That is not good. So Pedro Pascal wants to go down the same route where he is, criticizing Trump and also saying stuff like he's a lazy 50-year-old bougie B word. And I don't think that's the best PR for Disney right now, given all the disasters at the box office. Marvel has been doing over the last 6 years. There's questions about him being Mr. Fantastic, and people saying, hey, this seems like DEI. It seems like you're just trying to, meet a culture's expectation where you're trying to race swap another character. And if he doesn't do well with Mr. Fantastic, how do you think that's going to end for Avengers Doomsday? Because remember, Mr. Fantastic is going to be one of the leaders in those films. So maybe Marvel will be like, you know what? We're in the multiverse. We'll just kill him off. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. But this isn't looking good. And if he continues to go down this road, Disney's going to have a huge problem on their hands because he's obviously got a lot of money tied into this because I'm sure, Disney's banking on Mr. Fantastic and Fantastic Four to do well this summer because they needed to do well if they want to get momentum going and getting people caring about Avengers Doomsday. Otherwise, when you go to the movie, you're just expecting a bunch of nostalgia with the old characters. And for him, if you want Pedro Pascal being one of the faces, people aren't going to buy into it and not like him. So if he's not likable, then people aren't going to show up for his movies. So again, I don't like the way this is heading. And when you're going after politics, I think it's a good idea to stay away. No matter how you feel about which side, left or right, it's always best to focus on entertaining your fan base. Because if you get away from that and they're here to watch movies, not be lectured about who should they vote for, you're not going to get very far in life with that. So again, Pedro Pascal doesn't seem to learn here that maybe you should be careful what you say because it's gone viral. People are talking about it. And you're just not going to help yourself going forward. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't have a good feeling for Fantastic Four. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's going to do very well. I think people aren't going to really like the film and the numbers will show up that way. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll be happy about that. But yeah, you're on your Rachel Zegler tour right now, and I don't think that works out very well, especially with fans these days. They're tired of Disney. They don't trust what they've been putting out with Marvel. And the longer you go with this energy, and if Disney does nothing to step in and say, hey, you know what, Pedro, you should be quiet and maybe just promote your movies and not say wild stuff in the media that can be used against you, that might sway people's opinion about you. I just don't know if that's a good idea. He even said here, I was reading up on this, he said, age no to the idea of partying a bunch of 20-year-olds is all I aspire to be. I mean, come on, man. I don't know why he's saying stuff like this. And again, you have to cater to children too. Remember, Disney is a kid brand. And if they see you in the media saying stuff like this, how do parents feel about that? They might not want to go see you for Fantastic Four. And if you're acting out of character, not out of character, but out of line, and you're making Disney, remember, you represent these brands and these companies. And if parents are swayed another way because of the way you're acting in public, then it's going to show up in the box office numbers, and Disney's going to have even more problems because I'm telling you right now, if Fantastic Four does not do well, they're in a lot of trouble. Because what do you do at that point? Do you change like the villain to someone else, or do you reset the Fantastic Four and kill them off and have another Fantastic Four come in? I don't know, but yeah, it's just not looking good right now for the Fantastic Four first steps, especially when your main character is going out and saying wild stuff and talking about politics. And if you think that's going to work out very well, ask Rachel Zegler. It was a disaster. So, hey, if you want to be on that energy and keep that mood, good luck. That's all I got to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Love to hear your thoughts about what Pedro Pascal has been saying in the media. Are you excited about the Fantastic Four movie? Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.